everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing. Today is Friday, September 15th. It has been very rainy this week, very gray. It really does feel like autumn suddenly. It's about 40 degrees out right now, and it's just so cozy. I'm not ready for winter, but I am loving this fall weather. Today, like I said, is Friday. I finished a copy edit for a client early. I finished it yesterday when I had expected to finish it today. So that means I have today to do other stuff. So instead of working on a copy edit for a client, I am going to be working on my own creative projects. I am going to start proofreading my book, my romance book, which we have a lot to talk about regarding that. So I'm going to start a proofread on that. I am going to probably continue working on book 2, which I've been working on kind of on and off for the past month. And I'm also going to start working on the Preptober Workbook today. If you didn't know, I put out a Preptober Workbook every year to help authors prepare for NaNoWriMo and plot out and plan their stories. So that will be coming out on October 1st. And it won't be too hard to kind of update it because it has so much content. I am happy with the content that's in the workbook now. And this year, all I'm going to do is update the calendar, or I think there are a couple calendars in there. So update the calendars with 2023 dates, and then change the design and the fonts and everything like that. So I'll be doing that as well. And I just thought I would take you along with me for the day. I do have some emails in my inbox, so I'm going to work through some emails while I finish my second cup of coffee. And then we're going to switch gears and probably start working on my proofread of my paranormal romance. And like I said, we're going to talk more about that because I have not touched base with you guys for a long time and a lot has happened. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy today's indie author vlog, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have finished my EIP work for the day. I got a Patreon post out. I have a Patreon that's kind of associated with my other YouTube channel, which is called Little Mountain Homestead, and that's where I share lifestyle content, like vegan cooking videos, stuff about the horses, and I have a Patreon associated with that. I have a couple patrons over there. Thank you, patrons, if you are seeing this. So I got a post up on Patreon for them regarding our hay barn and the hay delivery that we recently got. If you are interested in watching my other content, my lifestyle content, if you like simple living, vegan food, stuff like that, I always have that link down below. But anyway, so yeah, I got that up, and now I am working on, or I am about to start working on proofreading my paranormal romance book. And it has been a while since I touched base with you on this, so we're going to just kind of go over everything here. And first and foremost, I want to talk about my plans for this book and for any romance books I write from this point forward. So you probably saw the title of this video already, which is why I am going to use a pen name for my romance novels. Now, I knew rather early on that I wanted to use a pen name for my romance books, and there are a few reasons for that. So we're gonna go over those real quick. All right, reason number 1 is that romance is very different from everything I have written and published up to this day. I have written young adult, I have written fantasy, I have written historical fiction with Pistol Daisy, and some of those books definitely had romantic subplots or a few romantic elements, but the romance I'm writing now is definitely on the spicier side. It is definitely a full romance in every sense of the word. And because of that, and because it varies so greatly from everything else I've published, I knew that it would be more appropriate to publish that under a pen name. The second reason has to do with my audience. Now, I am very grateful and very fortunate to have you guys here, to have an audience on YouTube. And it's because of YouTube that I've been able to get my books like Song of the Dryad and Pistol Daisy in front of new readers. So I am very grateful for the audience I have here. However, I have definitely found that the Amazon algorithms and just algorithms in general tend to push YouTuber books to people who watch YouTube. So many times if you look up a YouTuber's book, when you go to the other bought or like recently bought, whatever it is on Amazon, if you scroll down and go to that section, you will often find other YouTubers' books in that section, which makes sense because if you are watching my videos, maybe you're watching videos created by other author tubers and maybe you're supporting them and buying their books as well, which is wonderful. However, I want to try to get my romance books in front of romance readers specifically. So I don't want Amazon's algorithm to get confused in any way regarding who they should be advertising my book to. I want my romance books being advertised to voracious romance readers versus my romance books being advertised to people who watch YouTube. That's the second reason I want to publish my romance under a pen name. And the third reason is the most kind of lighthearted, I guess you could say. And it's just that I wanted to feel completely free to write whatever I want. I do feel that publishing under a pen name that nobody knows and nobody knows that I'm associated with that pen name allows me breathing room and freedom to really just do what I want and write what I want and to not feel constricted in any way by any type of expectations. I wanted a creative outlet that was totally personal and totally private and that nobody knows I am associated with. So those are the three reasons that I've decided to write and publish these books under a pen name. And I guess to wrap that all up, the important thing for me to say here is that at least at this time, I do not plan on revealing my pen name to anybody. And I do want to say I am sorry to anybody here who has been looking forward to reading my romance books. Maybe there will come a time where I decide to share my pen name and share the books that I have been working on, but at this time, just for my own kind of creative freedom and also, you know, due to Amazon's algorithms and the audiences that they're gonna push my books to, I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. So again, I'm very sorry if you were looking forward to reading any of these romance books. Maybe in the future I'll be able to reveal that name, but for now I'm just kind of keeping it near and dear to my heart. So that is a big update, that I am going to be publishing these books under a totally separate name. Now, where am I in terms of this process? I have made a lot of progress since we last checked in. I think the last time I talked with you, I had just started writing book 2, and book 2 has been coming along well. Let me see where I'm at with that. All right, so I have been working on book 2. Granted, I have been switching off between writing the first draft of book 2 and working on preparing book 1 for publication. So I haven't been just like straight working on book 2, but it is currently sitting at 39 pages, which I know doesn't really mean anything, but I still like saying it. 39 pages, 14,380 words. And I am currently working on chapter 6, and the inciting incident has just happened. So I do have a feeling that this book will probably be longer than book 1. And book 1 finished up around, let's see what book 1 finished up at. So with front and end matter in book 1, I am sitting at almost 59,000 words. So that is a pretty good size manuscript. It's quite a bit longer than Pistol Daisy, so I am really happy with that. And I think it's also going to be a good length for what will essentially be a debut novel under my pen name. So sitting at about 60,000 for book 1, I'm at about 14,000 for book 2. And what I am working on today, what I'm about to dive into, it's 12:15, I'm about to start the proofread of the formatted manuscript. So it has been edited, it has been formatted, and now I am ready to proof it. And after that, it will be ready to go out to ARC readers. I am going to try a totally different system of ARC readers this time around, because obviously, I mean, I have to start completely over. I have to start a new Instagram, I have to start a website, which I haven't done. I have to begin anew as a new author and writer, essentially. So I don't have an audience that is willing to ARC read for me. So I am going to be using some ARC services, and I will probably do a review of them after I've gone through the entire process. So yeah, I am working on the proofread, the format's done, the cover is done, and let me just tell you, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I am so happy with this book cover. I love how it turned out. It's got all the vibes I was going for. So cover design is done, format is done. I am working on the proofread, then I will be able to get my full wrap. At this point, I only have my front cover, because in order to get a full wrap for your paperback or your hardcover, you need to have your format totally completely finished, your proofread done, and then you can get the accurate spine width, because you'll know absolutely for sure, without any shred of doubt, what your final page count is. So that is what we're going to be working on today. I'm probably going to be working on it this weekend as well. I would really like to finish up my proofread this weekend. I have gone over this book multiple times, so it should be really darn clean at this point. I do not expect to have to make many changes during the proofread. And I have a publication calendar right now. What is today, the 15th? So I'm wanting to finish my proofread this weekend, make any changes necessary on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then send the form to my cover designer to get my full wrap. And after that, I will officially be working on book 2 and the outline for book 3. So that is where we're at currently. I just had some lunch, I'm drinking some water, and we're gonna go ahead and dive into my proofread. Without further ado, I'm gonna pull up the PDF. I'm gonna turn on probably some like Stardew Valley music, and I'm gonna start this proofread. Hello everybody, happy Saturday. I am going to continue my proofread today. It is, I think, about 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon. I've had a really good day. We went and did all of our grocery shopping and errands this morning, then we came home and I worked in the garden for a while. The garden this year has been a little bit, it's been a challenge. I've had some failures in the garden this year. I've had some successes. I have two... Craig's playing a game. I have 2 big bowls back there right now of spinach that I harvested today. It is drying and then I'm going to freeze it. I was able to make us a big salad for lunch with the romaine I harvested. And I even harvested some green tomatoes and I have them in a box and I'm going to see if I can get them to ripen off of the plant, because we have had some very cold nights already. Last night it was close to freezing and my tomatoes have not ripened yet. So I read that you can pull them early and ripen them, and I'm going to give it a shot and see if it works. So yeah, that's where we're at today. I am enjoying a coconut water, and we're just gonna dive right back into proofreading. I did 8 chapters yesterday. I wanna do at least 8 today, and then that will allow me to finish up tomorrow, and then my proofread will be totally done. My changes to the book will be done, except for I want to probably add like some stuff to the end matter, maybe add the first chapter of book 2 to the end matter, maybe stuff like that. But in terms of the actual story and proofing the story, that will be totally done. So let's go ahead, get the computer out, and let's do some proofreading. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday at almost 10 a.m. and I wanted to go ahead and wrap this up and let you know where I'm sitting with my project. So I finished proofreading on Sunday. I'm very excited. The book is pretty much done at this point, apart from any like end matter that I want to add. So that is done. The files have been updated, and now I just need to send my print form, the paperback form, to my cover designer so that they can make me the full wrap, and then I can get that uploaded. I can order myself a proof copy, and I can move forward with this. So that's where we are sitting. I am just so excited about this process. I'm excited that I am actually going to publish a book this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you are looking for editing services, we are currently booking into 2024 for all of our services. Hi, Mew. Mew is here, probably wanting more food. So if you know that you would like to work with us next year, make sure that you are reaching out sooner rather than later. We are also booking cover design and formatting services for the rest of 2023. We recently updated our formatting prices. So if you are interested in any of those indie author services, you can come visit us at enchantedinkpublishing.com, and we would absolutely love to work with you. So that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for being here and for kind of taking part in this journey with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Bye, Bola!